Alright guys, so everybody's asking me to make a tutorial video on doing 5-speed swaps on 99 to 06 Chevrolet, GMC, Sierra, Silverado. Basically, I know this is going to go on the cat eye page. I know this isn't a cat eye, but essentially the same thing with a different doghouse. Alright, first couple things we need to go over. Well, one, if you're going to do the 5-speed swap, and you have this center console, disregard my nasty truck, sorry. Basically, you can take this out and get rid of this and put the middle fold down console in it. And there's a plastic cover that will cover this dash right here once this is gone. But of course, you'd have to find that and order it. But with a 99 to 2002, this center console piece is a two-piece deal, where this one is a one-piece deal, so it doesn't separate right here like the other ones do. But 99 to 2000, you can take this out and it will give you enough room for your four-wheel drive shifter, your regular shifter, and everything else. It won't hit or nothing. But with this truck, I'm actually going to do the remote shifter, and I'm actually going to keep my push-button transfer case. Now, I'm a bigger fan of the dog leg transfer case. It's more reliable, don't have to mess with the buttons, you know, the actuators going out, whatnot. But I'm doing this when I'm doing the remote console shifter, so all this is going to be cut out. My shifter is going to be right here. Now, the hardest part to find for this swap is the actual bezel that goes around this, that gets rid of the hole for the shifter. This will be the 5th truck that I've done. Basically what I do is you take this bezel off, and there's a pin that goes through here that you can knock out, and the shifter comes out, and then usually I just snip the wire for the tow haul button. And the 03 to 06 model trucks, the bezel itself is actually different from the 99 to 01s, and they don't look different. They're exactly the same except for the hazard button. The hazard button is more of a triangle button on this one, and it's square on the 99 to 2000s. Okay, so basically what I found, I can't find these online nowhere for a 5-speed truck that doesn't have the hole for the shifter. I can't find them on LMC, I can't find them on eBay, I can't find them on Amazon. Somebody may know where to get one, I don't know, but I haven't found them. But what I did find out is the Trailblazers and Envoys, where they have the console shifter automatic from the factory, they have this exact same bezel without the shift hole in it, so I ordered one for this. And then if you do end up swapping, you know, to 5-speed, and you're using it's a 4-wheel drive, and you're going to do the dogleg transfer case, basically you got to find a base model, either a 2-wheel drive truck or one that has the dogleg transfer case from the factory, and you can get this little cubby hole to replace this so it looks all factory. And then the next hardest thing is right here. I don't know if you can see real good up in there. This is where, if it was factory, these holes right here is where the clutch pedal bolts to. And on a factory 5-speed truck, there's another cross member up there that it bolts to. Usually I just cut that top mounting portion off of the pedal itself, and I stick nuts back through here with a piece of welding wire, and drop them back down in here over this hole, and then put a bolt in there to hold them still, you know, until I can get the pedal in. And there's a little, you can't see it in the video, but there's a little plug right there that you're going to pull out, that gives you access to drill the hole for your master cylinder and such. But on the 2001s and up, there's actually a pilot hole that's already there in the firewall to make this easier. Now on the 99 and 2000, there's just a dimple there. You can't really see it on this one. I might be able to, but yeah, 99 2000 just has a dimple there. They don't have the actual pilot hole itself, so it's a little harder, but essentially the dimple is the point you go off of to center that hole, so that way you can put your pedal on, because your pedal has a plastic collar on it that actually sticks about this far through the firewall that your master cylinder will go to and slide into and turn. And then what I do is I just take, and this part of the pedal is fine, but I'll take and cut it off about right there with a sawzall, and then I'll get the actual 5-speed rubber piece that goes over this. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. And put the pedal in, and I mean, it all looks factory and stuff. But the reason I'm using the automatic transfer case is because with the dog leg, you'd have to cut this out, make an extension to come over if you're keeping this middle console in. And that's what I plan on doing. And there is a difference in the transfer cases. With the 4L60E, it's 27 spline, and the NV3500 and 4L80E are actually 32 spline. But you can get the input shaft off of eBay. I think I give like 40 bucks for the one I bought, and I'm just going to take the transfer case apart and put the new input shaft in it, so that way it'll bolt up to that transmission and work. With ECM and stuff, everybody says you have to change that. I've done this, like I said, this will be the 5th one I've done. I've never had to change it. Basically, I unplug the transmission and all the stuff for the automatic that I'm not going to use, of course, because I'm swapping to 5-speed, and I tie it up and get it out of the way, so that way nothing happens to it. And the only issue that I've had with it is when you do that, I've had to say it's in 2nd gear all the time, which no big deal, it doesn't bother me, but some people are particular about it. And all of your drive shafts, your front and rear drive shaft, will slide in to the actual 5-speed dogleg transfer case if that's what you have. The drive shafts all work. It mounts just exactly how it is now. You don't have to change no mounting, locations. Now the speed sensor is I think it's this plug. It may be this one over here. Anyways, with the 5-speed transfer case, the dogleg transfer case, there's only one of these sensors on here, and it will work just fine. It'll interchange and everything, so your speedometer will still work. Everything still works exactly the same. You just got a 5-speed transmission. But now all the spots where the transfer case would go through the floor and all that is actually stamped into the floorboard, so you have a cutting guide to cut and pull the carpet back. You can't really see it, but right there's where the transfer case would go through. You can see that it's inserted right there. We can cut it out and stick the dog leg up through, and the same thing for the shifter. It's up there. I usually with the shifter, I will go on the inside of that stamp where it's stamped in the floorboard. I usually go inside of it about 1 inch and cut out, and then I'll come up to the top and I'll fill and cut my carpet out to to match. So, but anyways, guys, that's really about it. Let me see if I can get up under here one more time just to see if you guys can see this dimple that I was talking about, because there's a plug up here. No, I'm not gonna be able to see it, but no big deal. It's not terrible. That's really the hardest part of the whole swap, is getting this pedal up in here, and those pedals come apart. So I usually take the actual pedal itself apart from the mounting bracket, get the mounting bracket up in there situated and bolted down, secured, and then I'll stick the pedal back up in there and pop it all back together. But if you have any more questions, leave it in the comments below, or you're welcome to private message me, however you want to do it. I hope this video helps you guys out. Thank you.